Greetings. My name is Michelle Black, and I am the author of Storage Stories, which is a book of short stories about people who rent storage units in downtown Toronto. And this is one of several readings I'm going to be doing from chapters from the book so that you can get to know the characters and possibly want to dig in more deeply and find out more by getting a copy of the book. Good day, and welcome to another version of, we've got a guest. Excellent. Welcome to another edition of Storytime. This is where I read from chapters of my short story book called Storage Stories. And in the keeping with the idea of having different settings, it's one of the last dog days of summer. Can't think of a better place to be than on a hammock and with a cat, although he's hiding. So I'm going to read you a short passage because this chapter is quite short. And here we go. She'd tossed the garment bag in the back of her Jetta and made a beeline to easy storage where pieces of her princess bedroom set were now piled and shoved into corners. Among the furniture was her vanity, with its round mirror still attached. Up against one wall was a twin mattress beside a white bookcase-style headboard, atop of which was attached another piece of wood carved into a scroll-like shape with what looked like a dot on an eye at the top center, like the tip of a crown. On this board, Nina had painted the words in ornate violet lettering, "Doubt me, then watch me." The same words she would later have tattooed along her wrist. A hamper of two small folded-up clothes lay off to one side. The lid, having broken off at the hinges, now leaned up against the wall. A miniature soccer ball had rolled down into the center where the two clothing piles met, and so here was all her stuff. For now, until I stop living out of hotels, which is what I'm going to do just as soon as my bank account hits that magic figure and I get the fuck out of this business for good. She'd been thrilled at this point to get another waitressing job, just until she got her esthetician's certificate. Then she'd go back to the CAS and finally get it through their heads that she was a good enough mother. How else had she managed to acquire such a nice place for her little boy to live? But until that day came, she'd have to stick this out a bit longer. So the day she put the 5 size 6 dresses into storage, they'd get wrecked in her trunk. She also brought with her some little boy's tracksuits and a matching pair of runners. She'd been showing up with new supplies for Ethan, who also wore a size 6, but a child's, for a few months now. Every time she got a couple days off and was in the city. Now she could probably get like 5 bills for those dresses. Easy. What are the dresses she's talking about? What is going to happen with her and her son? If you want to know more about what happens with Nina, please get a copy. Don't forget that ordering information is not only in the captions, but also at the end of this video, there's a QR code that you can scan to make it easy. And right now, Amazon is selling the books at a 12% discount. So you can get one cheaper than ever before. Might be worth your while to check it out. If you go there, you'll also see that I've gotten 11 reviews and they are all 5-star. You'll get to know a little bit more about what people are saying, what all the fuss is about. Hope you'll join the crowd. That's it for today's story time. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.